What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel for another tactic collaboration with the one and only GYRFM. Gareth is absolutely pumping out the tactics left, right and center. It just shows you how good a tactic creator he is when he's coming up with all of these different shapes. Today we are bringing you a formation that has worked in FM21. He loved it, I love it. It's a narrow formation. It's a 4-1-2-1-2. We're talking about the Jack of Diamonds. We've tested this with a lot of teams in a lot of different leagues, a lot of different countries, and a lot of different situations to make sure that this tactic works at every single level. We're going to start things off with Liverpool. Let's jump into it. Well then, guys, so as I said, we are kicking things off with Liverpool, who, as you can see, are 11-4 favourites, second favourites at the start of the Premier League season, going into the 2021-2022 season. And naturally, Liverpool have won the league with this tactic. As you can see on the screen, Liverpool top in the league with 99 points, just ahead of Manchester United. And then comfortably above Arsenal and Man City, etc. Mo Salah, 38 goals in all competitions. Trent Alexander-Arnold, the highest average rater. 31 assists for Trent as well is absolutely ridiculous. 15 Player of the Match awards again for Trent. Looks like it's a very, very good formation for Trent Alexander-Arnold. In terms of all competitions, though, let's expand things. This is how they got on in all competitions. Got to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, unfortunately knocked out by PSG, who ultimately did go on to win the competition. Knocked out 2-0 by PSG, but dominant in the league. Won the FA Cup as well. Winners very convincingly, 5-0 past Aston Villa in the final. If we expand things out here, relatively straightforward. You can kind of see Konate, Milner, Firmino, Minamino and Divock Origi scoring the goals. So very, very nice there. You had a little quick flash of the tactic there. Knocked out in the fourth round of the Carabao Cup by Chelsea, but very, very dominant performance. If we expand the Premier League, this is how things looked. As you can see, 22 goals for Salah. The top three average ratings, all Liverpool players. Obviously, we do have Trent at the top of the assists and player of the matches, and Alisson again at the top of the clean sheets. As you can see, 32 victories, 3 draws against Norwich, Man City and Spurs, and 3 losses, Wolves, Manchester United and Brentford. I will say, guys, all of these simulations are done. Gareth will jump in, plug the tactic into the team, and then just go on holiday for the whole season. He doesn't play the season. He just puts the tactic in and then goes away and comes back at the end of the season and sees how many trophies have been won. So as you can see here, 113 goals scored for Liverpool and 21 goals against. Now, we know this is Liverpool, guys. We know this is Liverpool. So we've tested it with a couple of others. And one of these teams is very notorious for being really, really bad, and that is Tottenham. So let's dive into that one now. So, as I mentioned, we are starting things off with Tottenham, who are 25-1 to win the Premier League in that first season. And again, it's happened. Tottenham have won the Premier League, a much tighter fought Premier League this in this simulation as the Spurs manager. Liverpool falling all the way down, finishing in 9th, which is just absolutely ridiculous. I have no idea what's happened to Liverpool in that one. Harry Kane, top goal scorer for the club, as you would expect. 35 goals for him. Doing very, very well. Again, Tottenham doing very well, much the same as Liverpool, winning that Premier League trophy. If we expand all the competitions into the Europa Conference League, into the final, as you would expect kind of Spurs to do, they beat Feyenoord 1-0 in that final. Again, getting the job done. That's all you need to do. Eric Dyer scoring the goal that got the job done for Spurs in that final. So 2 trophies in one season, Spurs fans. Would you be happy with that? Knocked out in the semi-finals of the Emirates FA Cup by Wolves, unfortunately. Wolves who do go on to beat Newcastle in that FA Cup final. So potential opportunity for a treble there, unfortunately lost, and knocked out in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup by Liverpool, who ultimately do go on to lift the trophy. If we expand the Premier League again, you guys can have a little bit of a look at things. Again, 25 wins, 6 draws, 7 losses, 87 goals for, 36 goals against. That goal difference of plus 51 is absolutely massive. Only Manchester United come relatively close with plus 49. That is them at the top of the tree, and it's very interesting that Wolves win the FA Cup and qualify for the Europa League, because they also got relegated in this one, which is absolutely crazy. As I said, we did test this with a couple of different teams at a couple different tiers. Let's go into the next test. So we drop down to the championship for this one, and as you can see, we are Blackburn Rovers, who at the start of the season were 14-1 to lift the Sky Bet Championship trophy, and they've done just that. As you can see, top of the tree, 100 points for Blackburn, Centurions again, and they are back in the Premier League with a very, very commanding result. Obviously, Fulham and Bournemouth again, some of these teams that have been relegated, you would expect to do very, very well. Sheffield United again, one of them, West Brom again. As I said, one of the teams you would expect to do well. I was just checking in on Derby. They still got relegated with their -12. But again, Blackburn, top of the tree, knocked out in the 4th round of the Emirates FA Cup, knocked out in the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup. But it's all about the league action. Let's expand this championship table. Obviously, there is playoffs going on right now, but it doesn't really matter too much. Let's expand this again. So you can see the full table. Out of the 46 games, 29 victories, 13 draws, and just the 4 losses. 99 goals scored, 47 goals against. And I can tell you guys, Blackburn are not a hotly tipped team to get promoted at the championship in this particular season. And with this tactic, the 4-1-2-1-2, the Jack of Diamonds absolutely smashed it. We tried it in League 2 as well. Be back in a sec. So then, guys, we dip down into League 2, and as you can see, Exeter City are 12-1 to win the league. And we did this test because the guy who does my thumbnails, Scott, works for Exeter, and Exeter City, champions of League 2. Scott, what do you think of that? 100 points for Exeter in this simulation. Knocked out in the 3rd round of the FA Cup by Middlesbrough, knocked out in the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup by Northampton Town, and Southern Section 3rd round by Portsmouth in the Papa John's Pizza Cup. But promoted nonetheless out of Sky Bet League 2. The expectation is to reach the playoffs, which obviously it does go down to 7 places in League 2, but absolutely annihilated the competition. 8 points clear of Salford in 2nd, and what is that, 14 points clear in the automatic promotion spaces. Again, very, very good season. Let's expand this one again, as we have done. Obviously, there are playoffs going on yet again. And in the league table, 29 victories, 13 draws, 4 losses, 96 goals scored, 53 against. So again, potentially something you could do with tightening up this back line. But I think when we had a team that was really, really good at the back in Liverpool, the team was so good defensively. I think it's much more down to a personnel sort of fit than the formation itself. But another win, another promotion. If you're doing a lower league save, this one will work for you as well. We did test it outside of England. For those of you who are interested, let's head over to Spain. So we go over to Spain, and we are with Sevilla, who are 15-1 to win the La Liga title. And surprise, surprise, guys, this has picked up yet another piece of silverware. Another domestic league for Sevilla, but also the Spanish Cup as well, winning that one in the final, beating Valencia 3-2. And as you can see, guys, Sevilla not necessarily the biggest team in terms of this tactic and how you would expect it to get on in La Liga, but also winning the cup as well, as you can see here, very, very nicely getting things done. Alejandro Gomez with the goals, a lot of goal scoring from the central attacking midfield spot, I will say, with this one. But also winning La Liga as well, beating Real Madrid and Barcelona is no mean feat. And Valencia can be very, very good on their day as well. 20 goals for Rafa Mir, not too shabby at all. If we expand this one out, top of the tree, 6 draws, 6 losses, 107 goals scored this time around, including 10 against Atletico Madrid. Now, Atletico Madrid are currently down in 12th in this particular simulation, but scoring 10 goals past the Diego Simeone team is just ridiculous. Absolutely smashing it all the way through. That plus 62 goal difference is comfortably the best in the league, beating Real Madrid, who had plus 52. So we've got one final test, and obviously, as I'm sure you can probably tell by the thumbnail, we're heading to Germany and we're off to Dortmund. So we are in Dortmund, and Bayern Munich are massive favourites, as you can see on the screen, 8-13 on, and Dortmund are 11-2 to win the Bundesliga, and they go and do it. Of course they do. Erling Haaland, I started on this screen because I wanted to show you something. Erling Haaland is obviously a freak, as all of you guys know, in FM this year already. 45 goals for him, averaged over an 8. Over an 8 this season. I think he looks ridiculous, and he's slightly unhappy. Ooh, a little bit unsettled. Wonder where he could go. But 45 goals, and 42 appearances in all competitions. Absolutely ridiculous. Like, the goal scoring return from this man is absolutely crazy in all competitions. So they won the DFL Super Cup, knocked out early in the German Cup, and potentially knocked out a little bit early again by Atleti in the first knockout round of the Champions League. But Donald Marlin, despite being knocked out in the group stage, is the top goal scorer, which is just crazy. And you've also got someone who's third in the assists as well, which is the left back Guerrero. Absolutely ridiculous, this tactic. As I just expand the Bundesliga a quick little second, and let's have a look at the full table. As you can see there, it's catching me out every time on this skin. There you go, Dortmund top of the tree, 3 draws, 4 losses. Again, very impressive, almost 100 goals again. And remember, the Bundesliga season is just a little bit shorter, and 25 goals against, constantly smashing the goal difference in terms of things. Beating Bayern by 3 points is enough to get the trophy done and back in Dortmund. So, without any further ado, let's talk tactics and let's break this bad boy down. This is the GYRFM Jack of Diamonds. One thing I will say though, guys, is a lot of people say, oh, I've plugged this tactic in and it doesn't work. Give it time. This bar here, familiarity, is massive this year in FM22, so please do give it some time. Don't just say one game and then just go, oh, it's not working for me. Just give it some time. Make sure you try and have a full pre-season with it if you can. That definitely helps as well. We will be going through and breaking down this role by role. If this is something that you guys would like to try yourselves, please do. There will be a download link in the description which will take you to the FM Scout website where this is being housed. FM Scout, obviously fantastic guys over there, who really do help push these tactics out there. But we will be breaking this down. If you are on Xbox, if you are on Switch, if you are on anything else, then we can figure it out for you and run through each individual position. Starting off in goal, we've got a sweeper keeper. On defend, now some of these have additional instructions, which I will say you add the additional instructions by clicking on this edit button here. And just so you guys know, there will be the edit instructions. They are the ones with the white cog and the red circle next to it. So as you can see here, there have been take for your wrists and ease off tackles added here. So you just go on to edit, you just click ease off tackles and take for your wrists. Simple. If you need to pause this at any stage of the video, guys, please do, to make sure you get these instructions as bang on as intended from Gareth. Starting things off at the right back position, you have a wing back on attack. So this is a case of where you can see, guys, the wing back on attack comes with dribble more, run wide with the ball, cross more often, cross from the byline and get further forward. And the additional instructions that have been added are sit narrower and shoot less often. On the left hand side, wing back on support, so a lot of different instructions come in here, but again, shoot less often and sit narrower have been added to the wing back on support on the left hand side. The two centre backs are identical, both centre defenders on defend duty, so no additional instructions on these guys. Then we have a deep line playmaker, again on defend, no additional instructions on this guy either. Then a deep line playmaker in the support function in a midfield 2. Again, no additional instructions on this one. Roaming playmaker on support in the midfield. Again, no additional instructions on these two. Everyone's favourite in the central attacking midfield position is a shadow striker on attack duty with the additional instructions of more direct passes. Then up front, 2 advanced forwards, which obviously prompted Haaland to get so many goals in this tactic. Nothing additional, one additional thing on these, which is more direct passes. Now, Gareth usually goes for a gegenpress style of things if you are setting things up through the tactical style. It is a positive mentality, and in possession, guys, this is what you're going to be looking to do. Obviously, we're very narrow, and the very narrow attacking width sort of goes to say that. Play out of defense, focus play through the middle, and we're underlapping on the left and the right hand side. We're passing directness, it's much shorter and at a much higher tempo. Low crosses into that into the penalty area in the final third, and we're being more expressive with our creative freedom. In transition, we are counter pressing and we are countering when possession has been won. As I said, it is a gegenpress sort of style. That is kind of how this has been set up, and the distribution type is take short kicks out of possession. We are using the offside trap. We are having a much higher line of engagement and a higher defensive line. That's standard defensive width as we usually see. The trigger press happening much more often and preventing that short goalkeeper distribution, and the tackling is set at get stuck in. Now, I know a lot of you guys want the set pieces that goes with this as well, so I will show these super quickly. this is how we're looking right now. This is the routine, so please do make sure you pause the video and get things as intended. And then on the other side, this is how we're looking. Again, that corner most predominantly to the near post, as kind of everybody does in this year's FM, because heading's overpowered. This is the direct free kick on the right, the direct free kick on the left, and then let's run through all of these super quick. Direct small chance on the left, direct small chance on the right. Then we have wide indirect on the right, and wide indirect on the left, and then indirect deep on the left, and indirect deep on the right hand side. We will show the throw in super quick. On the right hand side, this is what we're looking like on the attack. And then on the left hand side, again, this is what we're looking at. And then obviously penalties are penalties, guys. So that is where I'm going to leave things for today, guys. This is another tactic brought to you by the amazing GYRFM. His links will be down in the description, guys. Please do go and drop him a follow. I will put his Twitch, his Twitter, and the link to his Discord down there. Please go and tell him that Hood Gaming sent you. It really is appreciated. He's a fantastic guy, fantastic tactical genius, and spends a lot of time bringing these tactics out to you guys, so go and show him the love that he deserves. But that is where I'm going to leave it. Please do, if you have enjoyed this video and you have enjoyed this tactic, it's a formation that you like, please do drop a like on the video down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new around here, and until next time, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you on another one very, very soon.